guys. I just saw this amazing post. It is frustrated couples stay frustrated because both spouses refuse to meet the other spouse's needs until their own needs are met. Happy couples are happy because they're committed to serving their spouse's needs, even if their own needs aren't being met. That's very, very, very true. And to take that a step further is if we're not connected to God and doing what God has asked us to do and is putting in our hearts to do, it's very hard to serve from a space of like unhappiness, because not only is the spouse not meeting our needs, we have to serve them, which we know that, but it's like first we need to fill up with Jesus and then we can serve, because we're serving from a human place. But if we fill up with Jesus's joy, Jesus's peace and grace, and we really are walking in what he's called us to do, then simply just that will just fill us up like so much. And for me, I love talking to you guys. So I'm just, for me, this is like really great. I get a lot of joy from this, and I get to process, and I also get to share, and I get to learn, just all in one package. And I really think that God has made me to encourage others. And so there's no better place to start than now. And if we always think like later, when we get to this point, when we get to this kind of success, when we get like a lot of time, or when we get a lot of, followers, or when we get a lot of, recognition, then we will share. Well, if you're not embracing who you are now, and you're not having joy in the moment now, and living out God's calling on your life now, no matter how, take the judgment out of how you want it to look and what the world says that it should look like, but like right here, right now, like there's so many things to be grateful for, and all of the gifts that God has given you, just use them, just share them freely, because he gave it to us freely. So it is our obligation to share it freely. And the enemy wants to stop us and just say, oh, it's not good enough. It needs to be this way. It needs to be that way. Don't do this right now. But he's really cutting off our joy. And we can't serve others if we're not joyful inside. And what better way to do that than to connect with Jesus and share the gifts that he has put in our hearts, like the things that you're passionate about. There's a reason for that. Not everybody's passionate about things that you're passionate about, and not everybody's passionate about the things that I'm passionate about, and nobody has the history that you have and the experience and the knowledge that you have, specifically you. And for me, nobody has walked in my shoes. And so we are called to reach people that we can reach in the moment. And from that, we get so much joy, and we can serve our spouses from a place of confidence, from a place of, hey, like, I'm doing my part, and I'm getting filled up this way, so it's okay if you say something to offend me. In the moment, that's not how I feel, but this is how I feel right now in this moment. But when he offends me, he offends me. And how I react, is dependent on how connected I am to God in that moment, and what I'm looking at, and, the perspective that I'm seeing in that moment. But just like being able to share this, it's becoming who I am. Yes, it's not always who I am, but it is becoming who I am. And I want to become more like Jesus. I want to, tell people about the love that I feel when I connect to Jesus. And so, yeah, it's just like really it is our responsibility to do what makes us happy, and not in a selfish way where we just forget everyone else, but in a way that we will be able to serve other people in a higher capacity if we are living in a higher capacity. So I hope you have a beautiful day, and just do what brings you joy, because that is what God has placed in your heart to do, and you have a responsibility to live that out. Your husband doesn't have a responsibility to live that out for you, or your wife doesn't have a responsibility to live that out for you. We have to do that, and all I can do is just to support my husband and him living that out and be happy for him. But if I'm not happy myself and then I see him doing that, then part of me is going to want to bring him down, and that's the human side of me. But if I'm, going for it and I'm doing those things, then, we can both be supportive. And a lot of times that lines up. Like, for us, we have a production company and we love working together. Not always, but there's been fruit there, and we're navigating those differences. So yeah, God bless you, and just have a beautiful, beautiful time just exploring your passions, your purpose, and more likely than not, you already know it. Just go for it, and there's no time to be in fear for it anymore. Like, we can just go for it. It doesn't matter what it looks like, but somebody is going to be impacted by you living out your purpose and your passions. So God bless you. Bye-bye.